Welcome back to this strange realm of mine, where we're going to figure something out according to Ulrich. Where am I? What is this place? In a place like this, I am God. Oh, so I don't even have a pistol. One mag. Ooh. Oh, and he blinked for a second. I don't know. Ooh. Is that going to keep spawning there if I kind of... Nice to have an extra magazine, you know. That's right. Easy. Oh. Oh, he's hurting, but actually I don't want to risk that. That's a little much for those guys. Oh, interesting. Anomaly. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna do anything. Ooh. Oh, this looks like a death trap here. Oh, let's close. Okay, so we need to activate it. Oh, don't want to get crushed. Need to activate this, and then I can turn on the spinnies. Yeah, I got lots of ammo right now. Just what do we got here? We got ammo, health if I needed it. I see you. And we got to move forward. Okay, that locks me in. Ooh. Let us... Okay, I'm feeling that. Oh! A circle. Or a face. Very nice. Alright, I can't get an angle from there. Is it unlocked for me? Oh! Bastard. Oh. I could probably make the shot from further back. I'm inside the thing. Okay, I'm kind of visually lost here. Oh, is it just going to fade me out to the next area? Yeah. Okay. We dream of light in a pitch-black room. Are our dreams and reality one and the same? Is our perception of reality just God dreaming of light? If so, I thank God for the light. It's the most beautiful dream I've ever had. Never-ending dream. So our old friend here. See if there's anything different in the room. I believe it's the same as far as I can tell. How you doing? Have you given the concept of God some thought? Is there consciousness? God doesn't exist. God is everything? I like that one. Yes, that's what I feel as well. It is the whole picture, the universe, with all of its dimensions, possibilities, logics, together with some conscious part, going aimlessly through this maze that is ourself. How did it all start? I don't think it ever started. I think it always has been in the state it is, but I think we choose to explore it as a single consciousness from a one-dimensional impulse that runs between 0 and 1. That impulse ran through all possible possibilities until it felt the need to reach new directions in its very one-dimensional life. And thus the second dimension was created, and then the third, and so on until the last dimensions, which contains all possible possibilities for the universe to exist and play out. These dimensions, of course, already existed, as our universe or God contains every possible possibility, so the universe is more of a state than anything. It's not moving or expanding, only specific paths expand themselves, but God as a whole does not. It is just simply you, moving through yourself. A maze? The world, everything in it, is static. A maze that stretches out in all directions, tunnels. The only thing that moves are we, the observers. We move through this maze. We are time. And we can change our perception of time too, with substances or situations that are critical. You can even train to control your time flow, but it's quite scary and overwhelming. Will I, or God, ever die? Part of death is forgetting about the illusions of you, the ego. So will you, the body or person you were once or currently are, die or end? Yes, that person ends in a sense. It has always existed, will always exist in the tunnels of the universe, but that body is an illusion. The real you, the being behind it, will never end or die. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Tunnels end, but pure consciousness never ends. It's a state. Take your time to digest it. That's why you're here. And when you return, I'll tell you how to use this to your advantage. See you soon. Always a mildly useful tidbit from our local insane asylum. In darkness you are blind, so aimless we roam. The light will guide you all the way home. As plants strive for light, bloom and reach their goal, so should we take flight toward the mother soul. Back to the tavern. These three. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind do not matter, and those who matter do not mind. Someone is feeling philosophical. It's just a quote I read once. It's great, though. It reminds me to stay true to ourselves and surround us with people who actually care about your well-being. Stop wasting energy trying to impress people who you're never gonna be impressed by you. They're lost, really. And the poem. Hey, yes. Sunlight. Light is all we are. Same energy in stars. All these moving parts are the cages of ours. They keep me locked away, forbidding me to see. Save your questions for another day. Who am I? What am I? What can I be? I'm fading. No, I'm shining bright. I'm fading. No, I'm sunlight. Ooh, it's a portable game system. Hey, how are you doing? Fine, you? I'm okay. You seem to have grown since last time. Really? In what way? There's really only one way to grow. Outwards. Okay. Care to explain? Sorry I was trying to be funny, but yeah, whenever people grow or learn or change, they usually become more understanding of others, different situations and concepts. The more you learn and think, the more you grow. And that's always a good thing. Obviously, yeah. One would think so, yeah, but from what I've gathered, not everyone thinks that way. Really? Have you ever had a friend or something that seemed envious about something you've done or achieved? Let's say you've changed your opinion on something. You now hold a broader perspective on something. Well, some people embrace that. Others say you've changed, like it's a bad thing. I guess these people hold you down. I think they just don't understand or are afraid to change themselves. Being wrong is scary. It means you might have to change things about yourself. Gasp! Danger! Sorry, I got carried away. It's okay. Good. But also sometimes people do change, and they become boring and losers, and, you know. So it's really, oh, that's a long one. Welcome back from D. How did it go? Got any more questions? Something about tunnels and consciousness I didn't really understand. The whole universe is already pre-built as a tunnel system. The consciousness is there as always will be. We all share the same consciousness. Does that mean that the future and past exist at the same time? Yes, everything exists at the same time, and your consciousness is moving through the tunnels, and is time itself. But why? What else would you do? Just be without time, without matter or purpose? It gets boring quite fast. Does that mean I'm alone as a Time Lord? Well, in a sense, yes. It depends on how you define it. As a person, you're not alone. We're all here, but all are also one. As a consciousness, you are alone. Always have been, always will be. How do I know what's real? What really is real? People, like everything else, in 4 dimensions are tunnels. But you, experiencing this, are very real. So is anyone else. Everyone is experiencing at the same time. I'm confused. One thing to remember is that this universe is vastly more enormous than anyone can imagine. Or, well, quite ironically, this universe is the universe imagining itself. It's actually impossible for a person to comprehend the wholeness of the universe. Only when you've reached the state of wholeness, you being everything that is, can you comprehend what you truly are, how everything works. Have I not reached that state at some point? Well, yes and no. As a human, no, not even close. Being a human is only a gateway to a higher consciousness and understanding of yourself. But at an infinite number of other occurrences, you, as the wholeness, have experienced yourself as the wholeness you are. Okay, and how do you know this? Well, I am you, sort of. Like the memory you left behind from previous trips in the universe, you've recorded everything you've observed and thought about, concepts you've discovered, and so on. So you are my diary? Sort of, yeah. And this is how far you've written, so far in this cycle. Cycle, yes. Each cycle is determined by how long it took for you to discover your true self, then forgetting about yourself and simply start over. Sounds kind of pointless. That's pretty much the point. Saying that the universe or your life has a point is quite pointless in itself. As a point or meaning is something completely subjective, and to be able to hold a subjective opinion you need to be a self, a person, or a being. As your true self, you are everything, not really a self, or a being. So that state is supposed to be pointless? Well, you see, it's not really that simple. When you reach that state, everything, and I mean everything, will be clear to you. That completeness is an esoteric point of being that, well, can't be put into words. How do you know all of this? Because we've been there before. You and I, but I'm only giving you hints on the way there. What's the fun in spoiling everything for you? I'm more here to make sure you don't stray too far away from your path. And what happens if I do? Not much. You can't really do much harm other than to yourself, in the sense that you might get into an unpleasant place where nothing makes sense and you're terrified. Let's just say it's far from fun. Like psychosis. Exactly. And we've been there many times. So you're here to make sure I don't go insane. Let's not go that far. Insanity in itself is not always bad. What is sanity to you? Not crazy? Do you notice I asked what it means to you? Again, it's something subjective. There is no objective sanity, no objective insanity. It's all in your head, well, in your current subjective experience. That sudden sanity could be good? Yes. If sanity for the current generation of your human race is being unhappy and work until you die, only to buy stuff that doesn't make you happy, then that sanity might not be healthy or good. Likewise, if choosing to live in nature, enjoying every moment as it is, meditating and appreciating life is insane, then isn't insane quite good? I guess it depends on the individual. Exactly. So I'm only here to make sure you don't go down a path that will leave you in a state of deep depression, as some lifestyles and choices will inevitably do. You can, however, completely ignore all of my advice and stray away as far as you want. You will, however, never be able to escape what you are. So I'm a prisoner of myself. Suddenly I feel claustrophobic. Yes, quite ironic, isn't it? The vastness of everything, the infinite number of possibilities the universe provides, and yet we sometimes feel like it isn't enough, like we are trapped, doomed, if you will. Ugh, I need some time to digest this. You are in no hurry. Take all the time you need. This life, the next, as many as you like, until you feel like reaching the state of complete bliss. As you once said, maybe it's better to live and sleep in constant dreamscapes. What is reality anyways? Couldn't have put it better myself. Okay, well, off you go to your next adventure. See, I thought I was going to have to do a little double play, but all this NPC dialogue has really taken up the time. So we'll do that in the next episode. So catch y'all then.